Hey guys, really excited to do a quick review for you on the new Cobra King F9 irons. These are yet to be released, so we're really excited that we got our hands on a couple, and we're going to demo them out and give you our feedback, as well as educate you a little bit on some of the new features that Cobra has really put into the design of these clubs. So first impression, it looks like a Cobra club. There's nothing really crazy to me as far as a difference in design.
Only really when you get close up and you look at the base of it.
Yeah, so you'll notice, so what Matthew's talking about, when you look at it, and we'll get a close-up of this for you, but when you look at the bottom of the club, there's actually two different types of metal. So what they did is they wrapped this heavier steel, is my understanding, around kind of the perimeter.
Tungsten.
Yeah, so this tungsten, thank you, around kind of the bottom perimeter of the club. So they've taken the mass of the club and they've actually moved it lower. So the center of gravity of this club is now moved lower in the club, which is going to help produce higher ball flights, increasing carry, which is going to make this a perfect iron for any golfer really looking for more forgiveness and then obviously more distance.
Yeah, and that's the primary thing that they've tried to do with these clubs is increase trajectory and increase distance while trying to maintain the consistency still with the iron. They're the three things that they're really going after with them. Yeah.
One other thing before I turn it over to you, Maddie, they've added this kind of higher MOI, so moment of inertia, by adding, they've combined 33 grams of tungsten added to the heel and the toe of the club, which has actually increased the moment of inertia by 10% in the long irons for maximum stability and higher inertia. So you're getting faster ball speeds with these, and then obviously with what they've done in the bottom, with what they call the power shell, is going to produce that higher ball flight. So you have forgiveness as far as kind of misstruck shots in the face, creating a more stable ball flight.
Which even the best players on the world misstrike golf shots.
So. Yeah, and that's what most people are looking for. You know, when you're looking for a good iron, you want something, you don't want to have to hit it perfectly in the middle every time to produce the shot that you want.
Yeah, because that's not going to happen.
It's not going to happen. Cool. So before we go out and hit these, Maddie, anything you want to add?
Yeah, I'm really impressed with the CNC milled face, that the technology that they've managed to take from the driver to the iron. So you can see on the face when you get real close up. I don't know if we can see that there, but if not, Ramel will give us a good insight. You see it? You get it? Awesome. So just more precision. Just trying to push the boundaries with precision and controlling the ball flight.
And it's all about that interaction between ball and club face.
Yeah.
That's what they're trying to maximize.
Which is cool. So I think it's pretty interesting. We got this, we got the component guide, which tells us all of the new clubs and all of the shaft options, both the custom upgrades and what comes as stock. So they've got the Fujikura Atmos 6 shaft, graphite shaft, and the KBS Tour 90, which come as stock. And obviously they've got different flex options there as well. And they've got a few upgrades that are no cost, so no upcharge.
Basically all the KBS.
Yeah, they've got like
all the KBS shafts,
the whole spectrum of them, which is cool. And there's plenty of cost. There's plenty of upgraded shafts that are going to cost. Like I think one of mine, this one, the NS Pro, which is pretty common shaft. I mean, I've been fitted for golf clubs a lot over the time of playing golf, and a shaft that's always been good for me is the NS Pro. So I'm trying out the NS Pro Modus 3 Tall 105. It's a regular flex. I'm typically in a stiff, but I don't have a stiff. So I'm going to try the regular.
Yeah, that'll be good for you. It's cold out there today.
Yeah, I've got a few layers on, so regular's probably going to be good.
And then I'm going to be trying out the KBS S-Taper 120. So I'm excited. I used to play KBS for a long time. And then my last set of irons actually switched into the shaft that you have. Not a regular, but the same Modus shaft. So excited to try this out. So anything you want to add, or should we get out there and hit a few?
Let's go. Let's go ahead.
Cool.
We'll leave all the details about shaft specs, upgrades, all of that stuff in the description. Let's go and let's see what it feels like.
Cool. So we just wrapped it up.
Pretty impressive. Let's not lie.
Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna be honest. At first, I was a little skeptical, not on what they said it would do, but more so on I'm not used to this wide of a sole,
Yeah.
and the look of it was you can kind of see some of that back edge,
You
right?
can,
Some of
that's
that
when
cavity.
you sit on the deck, you can just catch a glimpse of it.
So I wasn't a huge fan of that at first. I'm still not a huge fan of that, the aesthetic, the look of it necessarily, because I play typically more of a blade or a smaller, more players club,
Yeah,
workable
yeah.
club. But all in all, the thing that surprised me the most was these things go far.
I know, man. They go far.
They go far, and even the misstruck shots. I mean,
I didn't see a difference.
it's been a month or
for the
so.
most part.
Yeah, it's been a while since we've hit some balls, just because of how cold it's been, and I was genuinely impressed not only with the distance but also I didn't hit the middle of the face.
For like
Very
the first
off.
15 shots.
Yeah, and it took me a little while to adjust to it. It was a little lower at first than I was expecting, but then it started. I got the ball flight up a little bit higher, and they carried. And I didn't really have my dispersions weren't anything crazy.
No, mine neither. Like I hit a bunch fat off the toe, which is my bad shot, fat toe pull, and I didn't see much curvature. Hardly any curvature, but for the most part, fat, little thin, or pure, like they still went pretty far, and I was carrying that green.
Yeah,
Like I was flighting that green. I maybe got an extra 10-15 feet in height as well.
yeah,
So that was awesome. The one thing that I think would stop me from buying these is that I actually like some workability.
yeah.
So that's why I play a more bladed iron, because I want to hit a little cut or a draw. I want to shape it and move the ball around a little bit. And you can't do it with this because, it's not designed for that. It's designed to go
It's designed to
straighter
prevent that,
and
yeah.
higher and further. So like, it does exactly what it says it should do. But for me as a player, I would want to work it more. That's the only thing that would stop me. But for those people that want to hit it further and higher,
Yeah, I mean,
this
for
is
80% of the golf community, this is definitely a club that I would suggest checking out. If there's,
awesome. Yeah,
if there's any way you can get your hands on these through a Cobra fitting near you, or
yeah.
going to some sort of golf store to check these out, I would highly
Try
suggest
them.
doing that. I was
really
surprised. I was definitely pleasantly surprised. And the first couple, like you said, I hit the first couple a little thin,
Mhm.
and it's cold out, and I'm used to that kind of reverberation in my hands, and it hurts. It didn't hurt. They
Didn't
actually
get any
didn't
of it.
feel that bad. Yeah, they really didn't feel that bad, even on some of the misstruck ones. I'm a believer.
Yep. I like it. Good job, Cobra.